And welcome back to the Under 15-Minute Book Club. Today, we're cracking open a really powerful collection from the Harvard Business Review. It's called On Managing Yourself. And honestly, you should think of this less like a book and more like, well, the essential operating manual for your entire career. So, what's the big idea here? It's a game changer, really. The days of climbing that predictable corporate ladder, yeah, those are pretty much over. Companies aren't going to manage your career for you anymore. That responsibility and, the opportunity for your growth, your impact, it all rests squarely on your shoulders. You are the CEO of You Incorporated. So the big question is, how do you actually run that company? Okay, so here is how we're going to break this all down. We're going to start with knowing your strengths, the absolute foundation. Then we'll get into a wild but brilliant concept called Who's Got the Monkey? After that, it's all about the power of resilience. Then we'll cover how to manage your energy, not just your time. And finally, we'll wrap it all up with a handy self-management toolkit you can use right away.
All right, let's dive into Chapter 1, Know Your Strengths. This is the foundation of everything. It's based on a classic article by the legend himself, Peter Drucker. And his whole point is simple but so profound. You can only perform from your strengths. You just can't build a great career on your weaknesses.
So let me ask you, what are your strengths? Seems simple, right? Well, here's the kicker from Drucker. Most of us, we're actually dead wrong about what we're truly good at. We might have a clue about our weaknesses, but even then, we're often mistaken. So how in the world do you figure it out for real? Drucker gives us a tool for this, and it's called feedback analysis. It sounds fancy, but it's super simple. Here's what you do. Anytime you make a big decision or take a key action, just write down what you expect is going to happen. Then, maybe 9 to 12 months later, you go back and compare the actual results to your expectations. Do this consistently, and I promise you, patterns will start to pop out. And those patterns, they'll show you crystal clear what you're actually amazing at. This also gets into how you work best. Think about it. Are you a reader or are you a listener? Readers, you need to see it on paper first. Memos, reports, you got the picture. Listeners, you need to talk it out to hear the discussion. And here's the really important part. Drucker says you're very rarely both. Trying to work against your natural grain, it's like trying to write with your wrong hand. It's just a recipe for failure.
And the consequences for getting this wrong can be huge. I mean, look at President Eisenhower. During World War II, as Supreme Allied Commander, he was a total rock star with the press. Why? Because his team knew he was a reader, so they gave him all the questions in writing beforehand. But then he becomes president, following two listeners, FDR and Truman. He tries to do their free-for-all press conferences, and it was a disaster. He was seen as incoherent just because he was playing against his own strengths.
Okay, so we've looked inward. Now let's shift gears and look outward at how we manage our world. This next part is all about reclaiming your time, and trust me, it's a game changer.
Picture this. You're a manager. An employee walks up to your desk and says those famous words. Good morning. By the way, we've got a problem. It sounds so innocent, right? But this is the start of a very sneaky, very dangerous transaction. You listen, you nod, and you say, okay, let me think about that and get back to you. Boom. The trap is sprung.
And just like that, whose problem is it now? The book uses this amazing metaphor, the monkey on the back. See, before that chat, the problem, the monkey, was on your employee's back. But the second you said, I'll get back to you, that little monkey leaped right off their back and landed squarely on yours. Congratulations, you're now working for your employee. So what is the monkey? It's simply the next move. And when you take it, you're not just taking on the task, you're also promising a status update, which means your employee is now going to be the one popping their head in your door asking, hey, how's that coming along? The roles have completely flipped. They've just become your supervisor. The solution is simple. Never, ever let the monkey leave your office on your back. Your real job is to develop initiative in your people. This means you have to basically ban levels 1 and 2. That's wait until told or ask what to do. No, your team needs to operate at level 3 or higher, which always starts with them bringing you a recommendation. The monkey stays with its rightful owner. Okay, so we've got a handle on ourselves, we've got a handle on our time. Now let's talk about the tough stuff. Let's talk about building the mental armor you need for when things go wrong. This next chapter is all about resilience. What makes some people bounce back when others just fall apart? And this kicks off with a quote that will absolutely stop you in your tracks. It's from Admiral Jim Stockdale, who was a POW in Vietnam for 8 years. He was asked who didn't make it out, and his answer? The optimists. I mean, what? He said they were the ones who'd say, we'll be out by Christmas, and then Christmas would come and go. He said they died of a broken heart. This just completely flips everything we think we know about resilience on its head.
So if it's not just blind optimism, what is it? Well, the research points to 3 key things. Number 1, a brutally honest acceptance of reality, seeing things exactly as they are, not how you wish they were. Number 2, a deep-seated belief that life is meaningful, finding purpose even in suffering. And number 3, this incredible, uncanny ability to improvise.
And that ability to improvise, it has a really cool name, bricolage. Think of it as being like MacGyver. A bricoleur is someone who can just make do. They can create a solution with whatever they have on hand. It's about being a tinkerer, always looking for something you can use later. It's about resourcefulness, plain and simple, and finding a way, no matter what.
All right, this brings us to our final chapter, and this one might be the most revolutionary for our modern work lives. It basically argues we've all been chasing the wrong thing. For years, it's been time management. But what if the real key to high performance isn't managing your time, but managing your energy?
I mean, think about it. Time is finite, right? We all get the same 24 hours. You can't create more. But energy is a totally different ballgame. Your personal energy can be expanded. It can be renewed. And that one idea completely changes how we should think about productivity. So, where does this energy come from? The book breaks it down into 4 key sources. You've got your physical energy from your body. You've got the quality of your energy from your emotions. You've got the focus of your energy from your mind. And finally, you've got the energy of purpose from your spirit. You can't just focus on one. You have to manage all 4 like a complete system. And look, this isn't some fluffy, feel-good idea. They actually tested this at Wachovia Bank. They put one group through an energy management program and compared them to a control group. The results were, well, they were stunning. The energy managed group brought in 13 percentage points more in loan revenues and a whopping 20 percentage points more in deposits. This stuff actually works. So how do you actually do this? The answer is rituals, highly specific, intentional habits. For your body, take a real break every 90 minutes. For your emotions, make a habit of expressing appreciation to someone. For your mind, batch your emails to reduce interruptions. And for your spirit, take 5 minutes to connect your daily tasks back to your bigger purpose. It's about small, consistent actions. Okay, we have covered a ton of ground here, from classic Drucker to modern energy management. So let's put it all together into a simple, actionable toolkit you can start using today. All right, here it is, your cheat sheet. From Chapter 1, Know Your Strengths. Your action, start that feedback journal this week. Chapter 2, Keep that monkey where it belongs. Next time a problem comes your way, just ask, what do you recommend? Chapter 3, Build Resilience. When you hit a wall, find one tiny, actionable step you can take right now. And Chapter 4, Energy, not time is your key. Your action, put one 10-minute break in your calendar for tomorrow. Done. Look, this HBR collection isn't just a bunch of interesting ideas. It's really a call to action. It's handing you the keys to the corner office of your own life. So the real question isn't, what did you learn today? It's, you're the CEO. What's your next move?
Hey, I really hope this deep dive was helpful. The ideas in this collection are, no joke, potentially life-changing if you apply them. If you got some value out of this, do me a favor and hit that like button, and be sure to subscribe to the Under 50 Minute Book Club for more essential summaries just like this. Thanks so much for hanging out with me.